One of the most promising approaches, or the best basis for a more personalized medicine in cardiovascular, is using sensor data, real-life data. Data from patients which show us in which physical states a patient is. And this, I think, is a key for a more personalized therapy, because if we can monitor real-time how the patient feels and functions by using sensor data or using data like patient-reported outcome being collected with a web or an app application the patient was provided with, this is something which is the first level of evidence which allows us to more personalize cardiovascular therapies. Bayer has started a number of initiatives where we use digital devices, sensor technology, remote patient monitoring in patient registries on the one hand side, but already in clinical trials to get a better understanding how the drug works in the patient. And this allows us to continuously monitor safety of our compounds first and foremost, and to detect early signs of efficacy of the new drug candidate. So we are really in a very early state in doing this. So we have just started to implement those technologies in our studies, and at the moment it's really too early to talk about any kind of results. However, we are really convinced that this will change the way we and others will do clinical studies in the cardiovascular field in the future. I believe that we in the cardiovascular field can learn a lot from oncology, from the experience which has been made on the field of oncology, especially when it comes to designing new business models, designing collaborations between pharma and diagnostic companies, and last but not least, how to interact early on with health authorities in order to bring not just the drug to the market, but maybe the drug and a device or a diagnostic assay. We have a completely different situation between cardiovascular and oncology, so different routes will be pursued if it comes to personalized medicine in the different fields. However, there's in some areas there's an overlap, and here it fully makes sense to talk to those colleagues from oncology, to pick their brains and to use their experience to speed up processes for cardiovascular. So in 5 years from now, I want to see clinical studies where we do not have defined time points where we ask the patient to come to the clinics to be checked in the course of a clinical study, but I expect that we have remote monitoring of all aspects as far as possible, which are relevant in a clinical study, and I hope that this already translated at least partially into the patient management out there whenever a heart failure patient comes to his cardiologist or her cardiologist, that those emerging technologies are already applied to improve management of those patients.